Hey, it's Sarah from Saralu Yoga. Welcome to this short tutorial post-surgery on that wonderful, very common, very famous pose, downward facing dog. All you will need is your yoga mat, so if you fancy how to learn this pose and get the most out of it, then come and join me. Okay, so here we go, a little tutorial on downward facing dog or Ardha Mukha Svanasana. It's so named simply because it's replicating the shape a dog makes when it's having a good stretch or it's in a playful mood. So downward facing dog is a pretty playful posture. You can do lots with it, and it's an amazing transitional pose for getting into other yoga poses. So because of this fact, it does crop up in every single yoga class that you will ever go to. So it's a good idea to get to a point where you are loving this pose, comfortable with this pose, and have got to a stage where you've got a version which suits your body. All right. So the challenges I see with downward facing dog are mainly concerning the wrist area, the shoulder, and the backs of the legs. Okay, they can feel too tight, your heels don't come anywhere near the floor. With the wrists, they start to hurt or get sore. With shoulders, you might feel cramping and tightness and just stiffness. All right, now these are all common problems because we sit down a lot, we use our tech, so everything feels a bit tight, and when we try and get into a down facing dog, things are just not moving properly for us. So hopefully the following few tips that I'm going to share with you is going to, just help you get a little bit more out of your down dog. All right, so let's come into all fours. We're going to do a few cat-cows just to warm up the spine. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread the fingers. Push the floor away. Press down through the toes. And then with your inhale, take the tailbone back, chest through, gaze up. And then exhale, round the spine. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the head. And just follow your breath, do a few more repetitions for me. Warming up the spine, waking up the core, waking up your awareness and connection to your body, especially around the shoulders and your back. Alright, last one. Now if you feel like you need a bit more of a warm-up, then just pause the video and do a few more cat-cows or any other movement which feels good for you. Otherwise, I'm just going to tie my hair back quickly. We are going to get cracking. So first things first, wrists. The key is not to put weight on the heel of the wrist, okay? Because that is just bone. That is just bone. And when we press on bone, that is where it starts to get very, very sore. So we want to use the whole of the palm, all right? So you want to use the finger pads and also the entire palm where your second finger knuckles are. All right, so coming to all fours, we're gonna spread the fingers, and then I want you to claw the mat, and we'll claw it several times just to wake up those finger pads. Just pretend you're a cat, not a dog. Just for a moment, cat. It will also help to warm up your wrists as well. Come to a stillness and then start to press the finger pads into the floor and the finger knuckles, and pay attention to the index finger and the thumb. Alright, press them the same time, gently pull the hands towards one another. Okay, you're gonna feel the energy move up your arms. Then from there, wrap the back of the upper arms towards one another, and you're gonna feel that gives you some space around the shoulders. Hold on to that space around the shoulders, curl the toes under, and then let's shift up and back. Now, of course, everybody wants to get the heels down, but another problem with downward facing dog concerns tightness around here and the backs of the legs. So if that is you, bend the knees. Just bend the knees. That's going to take the pressure off and help you lengthen the spine, which is one of the main benefits of downward facing dog. So keep pressing down through the finger pads, press the sit bones up and back, bend the knees, alright? And see how your shoulders are feeling now. So with the wrapping, hopefully, and you know, if you hug the arm bones into the socket, hopefully your neck's going to feel free and your shoulders are not going to feel achy or tight. If they do, just widen the arms. Just take the arms wide and also play around with the position of your fingers. So you can turn them out slightly or even turn them in slightly. You know, see which gives you the most space within your shoulders. And then from there, keep pressing the sit bones up and back, and then perhaps press one heel on the floor at a time. Now if it still feels a bit yucky around the hip area and your back, widen the feet. See how that feels. And take a couple more heel drops either side. Another tip for downward facing dog, especially if you find that you're a bit top heavy towards the front, is to push the tops of the thighs backwards. Really press them back so that you feel your chest move towards them. And that can really help bring the weight out of the wrists and help your legs work a little bit harder. Alright, so come out. You can come forward into plank, knees up or down, or you can just simply drop the knees and sit back. Alright, so those are a few tips for helping your downward facing dog. Give it a go, give it a try, and above all, just keep practicing. Just keep practicing, because eventually your body will get used to the shape, and you'll find as your strength builds and your flexibility and mobility builds, you'll be able to hold it for a bit longer. So give it a try, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the mat very soon.